Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. And today we're actually going to be showing off some brand new Funko Pops that I was able to add to my collection thanks to some comic book shop trade-ins. And I was initially planning on making a video showing me going in and doing the trade and everything, but one, the trade took a very long time, and two, there really wasn't much to show outside of that in the comic book shop because they didn't really have a ton of stuff there. So I just wanted to show off what we had picked up, and it was really awesome to be able to trade this in and get some really huge grails that I've been looking at for a very long time, along with a couple, newer things that I wanted to get for my collection as well. And the place where we went to go trade in this stuff was the Comic Spot, a place that I have been to many times before and shown off to you guys as well. It's a great comic book shop over here in the Tampa area, so it's really awesome to be able to go there. They have great people working there, and they do accept trade-ins. They buy collections for Funkos all the time. But one thing that I was really looking to do was get rid of a lot of Funko sodas. So I had a bunch of common Funko sodas because, of course, here on the channel, almost every single week we do our Funko Soda Saturday, so I open up Funko Sodas, but I end up getting so many multiples and extra commons of stuff I just do not want. So instead of all those sodas just taking up space in my room, I actually messaged them on Instagram and asked them if they do accept Funko Soda trade-ins, because I've seen they've sold Funko Sodas there before, and they said they did, and I was like, you know what, I have these Funko Sodas, let me also take a look at the Pops that I don't need anymore. And I put all of them together and I was able to bring them in, and I was able to trade and get a lot of credit, and I was actually able to pick up a few Pops and one soda actually for my collection that I really wanted to get, and I was just so happy with what we were able to bring back. And for those of you guys who do have a ton of Pops in your collection, sometimes if you're like me, you do look to try to downsize your collection a little bit more, whether it's that you just want to get some money back for it or you just need to make extra room. Go check your local comic book shops, because a lot of them that sell Funkos do accept trade-ins. So trading your figures is definitely well worth it, especially if you don't want to go through all the hassle of selling the figures, or you're not quite sure how to, or you're just not able to offload them in those ways. Going to your local comic book shop is great. Yeah, you might get a little bit less value for it, but you might be able to get a figure back that you really enjoy, and that might be more worth it at the end of the day. Now, I don't know the exact amount of figures that I ended up trading in, but it was definitely a lot. So it was actually a lot of figures that I got in mystery boxes over the past few months, along with all those Funko Sodas that I've been holding on to for months as well. So I've been able to take all of those and trade them in. So it was a lot of Pops that I had duplicates of and stuff, or maybe a few that I just did not want anymore in my collection that I just wanted to get something back for. So I was able to take all of those and downsize it to 4 Pops and 1 Funko Soda. So we'll go ahead and take a look at what we were able to add today. But before we do that, if I could just ask you guys to go down below and hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy Funko Pop content and love looking at unboxing, hunts, and all that stuff, this is the place for you. So hit that button. You can also hit that bell to be notified whenever we have new videos, and of course leave a like on this video as well. It does make a massive difference. So let's get into our haul, and I think we're gonna start with the Funko Soda. It's actually funny, I traded a bunch of sodas and then I decided to get one. This is definitely a soda that is really rare, that you're not gonna be able to find anywhere else, so I thought it was definitely a really cool one to grab. It is actually the Emerald City Comic-Con Spring Convention exclusive from 2020 Huckleberry Hound, and it is actually limited to 5,000 pieces, but this one is actually the common, and the common is limited to just 3,000 pieces. So I thought this one was just really cool. I'm a huge fan of Hanna-Barbera and a huge fan of all of these classic cartoons and Huckleberry Hound, so I thought this one was a great one to pick up. So the figure itself is in really good condition, paint job is pretty decent, and yeah, it's a couple years old. It was actually one of the earlier figures for the Funko Sodas, so I thought, hey, this was definitely a good one to be able to grab, with only being 3,000 of them out there. As we can see here on the common Pog, it says Green Huckleberry Hound 1 out of 3,000. And there's a look at the Pog on the back. So this was one that was definitely well worth adding to the collection. It's just a awesome looking figure here. I love Huckleberry Hound. I would love to have more Hanna-Barbera characters in my collection, have quite a few Hanna-Barbera sodas, so I thought this would go really great in my Funko Soda collection, so I was happy to pick this one up. They also had the regular common Huckleberry Hound, which I think was limited to 5,000 pieces as well, something like that. but I figured, hey, why not grab the convention exclusive one, because it was really cool. Now after that, I was able to get 4 different really awesome Funko Pops, and the first one that I was able to pick up is actually a newer figure, and I've actually wanted to get this figure for a little bit, and I recently just got the common of this one in. This is actually the Chase version. It is the Chase Poison Spider-Man from Entertainment Earth, and this one is sick, a part of the Venomized line. I really do like this figure a lot. So we actually just recently pulled the common from a mystery box from Vaulted, and once I got that, I was like, you know what, it would really be really cool to get the Chase, but all of the different Chase bundles were like $70, $80 to be able to get it. And then I saw this at the comic book shop, and I was like, hey, you know what, I have the credit, let me go ahead and grab this. So I was able to grab this with no extra money out of pocket. It's really sick figure. I'm not going to show the glow on it, just because I do plan, now that I have both, to do a separate video of us checking out both the common and the Chase, see what the main differences are between them. But this one definitely is a really sick figure, so I was glad that we were able to pick it up for not bad of a deal either. Now let's go on to the next figure that we were able to get, and this one was a really awesome older Disney pop from one of our favorite classic Disney movies here in our home. And I was actually really surprised that it was there still. I actually saw this at the comic spot a couple months ago, and it's still been sitting there, and it wasn't too bad of a price, a little bit below what the PPG is, and it's really not that bad as far as any damage. So I was like, hey, why not go pick it up? It is Prince John from Robin Hood. This is an OG Disney Grail for sure. This one came out back in 2014. You can see on the bottom of the box it says 2014. And this figure is so awesome. I really do love it. I do have to get a new protector though, because this one is a little cracked, but it's still doing the trick as far as protecting it. As far as damage, it was really not much. It was really just kind of the corners, you know, kind of box wear, and then it was kind of pushed in on the top a little bit because the side was kind of folded in a little bit. I was able to fix that, so it actually looks really good. But the figure itself is really awesome. I love the old Funko look and the way that they made Prince John look, still with all those extra details. I love that he has his sandals on, his crown, the way he's looking at you, that little kind of smirk. It's really awesome. And now it makes me want to get the rest of the Robin Hood set. So we have Sir Hiss and Robin Hood there on the back. And I've seen Robin Hood not go for too bad, like 50, 60, 70 bucks. So he should be pretty gettable, honestly. And if I want to get Sir Hiss as well, I don't know what his PPG is. It was really awesome to be able to add a OG Disney Grail to our collection, because we don't have too many Disney Grails. It's really just the Animal, Roger Rabbit, and Jessica Rabbit, if you consider those Grails. At least for me it is. But this is definitely going to be our biggest Disney pop in the collection now. And that's definitely a pretty big figure. I think the PPG is like 120, 130, something like that. So it is pretty big, and it was priced out a little bit lower than that. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. But this next one that we're going to take a look at is actually really unique, because it's a box error figure, and it's still a figure that's vaulted, a little bit older, and is a really awesome Star Wars pop. And this one is actually from Star Wars Rebels. It is Chopper, but the error on the box right here, you can actually see it says Chop instead of Chopper. So I guess originally they actually printed some of them that said Chop until they realized that it was wrong, but by that point they were already out. So they left some as Chop. So the ones that say Chopper are still pretty good value. I think they're priced out at like $30, $40, $50, something like that. But this Chop pop actually goes for more, like over $100, which is about what they were pricing it out there in the store. So it was really awesome to be able to grab this, and we definitely have a lot of really fun news coming up for Star Wars here on the channel, so make sure you stay tuned. I think we're gonna have an announcement coming on Sunday of some fun things we're going to be doing with Star Wars coming up, so make sure you check back on Sunday. Then I thought this was a perfect timing to be able to grab this pop as well, as this one is such an awesome figure. I love Star Wars Rebels, one of the best anime shows I have seen, honestly, as far as like a complete story and the characters and everything. So Chop is very awesome, and this was a very unique pop to be able to grab. But all of this has been building up to the creme de la creme, the king of Grail Pops for our collection now. This one I've been seeing for a very long time in the shop. About 3 months been sitting there, and I got it. I can't believe I got it. It is the 1,500 piece New York Comic-Con exclusive Stan Lee. Look at this guy here. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. So this is superhero Stan Lee from New York Comic-Con. What year was it? I think it was 2015. Yes, 2015. Look at that. Now this is even more important to me because of course I'm a huge Marvel fan and a huge fan of Stan Lee. But we lost Stan Lee. I definitely wanted to grab this one. I do have a couple Stan Lee pops in my collection already. I have the Patina Stan Lee, and then I have the Avengers Endgame Stan Lee. I think there's one other Stan Lee I have as well. But now be able to add this one of the Grail Comic-Con exclusive Stan Lees, was just so cool. And it was a little bit more expensive as far as price. Again, I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket, which was awesome. But being able to add this Stan Lee pop here is great. Now, I'm not going to take any of these out of the box because I don't want to really risk anything at all or mess anything up on them. But they are really awesome figures. So there's actually going to be a few different versions of this superhero Stan Lee. So there's him in the red costume. There's him in this blue and gray costume. And then a couple like gold and silver ones. And then there's a mystery one, which I believe was like signed by Stan Lee as well. That was super limited, like 12 pieces or something like that. They had to win a lottery in New York Comic-Con for. But man, this one is so awesome with the Stan Lee Collectibles logo there on the top. I can't believe that we were able to pick this one up. It was a little bit surreal grabbing this one, but man, it was just too cool to pass up since we had all the credit. So there's our look for this week's pickups. Kind of a little bit of a Friday Funko hunt. Just didn't really get to show the hunt part today. But man, this is really killer haul. The biggest haul we have ever done as far as value in one fell swoop. We have gotten pops that are $200 or $150 values. But the fact we got this many grails in one swoop is just crazy. But I do want to hear from you guys. First off, what do you think about our haul? What is your favorite thing in this? I definitely have to say the Stan Lee is absolutely my favorite of my pickups today, but all of them are definitely really cool. And is there anything you have picked up recently from like a trade, whether it was through like a friend or someone you met online or through a physical comic book shop? Is there anything you've traded in and gotten back for? Let me know what your trades were in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys can, make sure you hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to be notified when we have those future videos. And thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.